Hey everyone, so check this out. The calipers are on the car. These things are fantastic. Biggest bang for the buck ever. You want professional looking calipers without the giant professional price? This is it. You cannot go wrong. Look at that. Okay, obviously I've got the wheel cover off. That's why you see the lugs. You don't have a center cap thing in there. But look at those suckers. Here they are in the back. These are wheel covers, also EV-based. Check those out. They're really nice, but you can still clearly see even the rear covers in there. These red center caps are awesome. They really go well with the red caliper cover there. Nice. So we're going to take a closer look at these, and then I'm going to show you how to put them on. Really easy. I mean, the most difficult part is really just taking a wheel and tire on and off, which that's no big deal either, really. Yeah, let's go. All right, we got the lettering on the front giant calipers. Looks pretty cool. Went black with this car, and then got the little chrome diamond deal up here too. Now this can be removed. This is a double-sided foam tape. You know, you take this blue off of here and stick that on there. You could easily just take this whole thing off if you didn't want that, I suppose. What I did for these, and I don't know, I just didn't start the camera. I planned on doing one and then turn the camera on for the other one, but I did not do that. So what I did though, and I can kind of show you on the smaller caliper. So they give you, yeah, black, and then the white here, which actually looks a little silverish. Kind of depends how you look at it. Seems like a little silver white, but anyway, since we're going with black, so what I did here and will do here is just kind of eyeball like this where it's going to be, and then I would put a piece of tape down so that I could have something to reference it against, just to keep it straight. And then when I put it back on, I would really just be looking to try to keep the S centered with that diamond here and put it on. Now, you know, these are the calipers. Obviously, they're down pretty far. It would be difficult if you were off. What I'm trying to say is if you're off a little bit, you're not going to notice it down there. You know, if you're like super crooked, yeah, you're probably going to see that. But this way you're just not. And really the lettering, you know, should be all basically like this, even though these are different too, which we'll get into if we haven't already. We'll get into that, but this end should always be up. But yeah, I would just keep the lettering like this. Just gonna kind of center this in both ways. On this one here, I just put the Tesla up a little bit. It just looked better to me than having it in the center, but you know, obviously it's completely up to you. To separate this, it's a little bit difficult. You could probably get like a fingernail or something in there, but what I ended up doing, pro tip, is get a couple pieces of tape. So yeah, get these two pieces of tape, you pull them apart, just try not to stick the tape to the tape, and then you can pull it off like this. All right, try to line that up as best as you can, and then what you do is press down just on these letters, and I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, because you don't leave this whole plastic thing on there, you just pull it off like this. Okay, so there we go. Looks pretty good. And then let me show you this. So with these, basically, this is just kind of to protect the chrome finish. That's not like sticky or anything. So you're gonna need fingernails too, by the way. And yeah, just stick that guy on there. All right, one more to go, and then we'll get these guys installed. Oh, almost forgot. It's always a good idea when you're putting some kind of a sticker thing down to just get like a little rubbing alcohol or something, just in case there's grease or whatever on here. It's gonna just help it stick better. All right, so let me get the sticker on this one, and then let's get these suckers installed. If you've never jacked a car up before, it's really not that big of a deal. For a Tesla, it's better if you have these pucks that fit in the jacking points underneath the car. There, you know, there's one here and there's one over in about the same spot. You'll see them. There's a little hole there, and you pop that in there and then you can jack up. To loosen the lugs, to do it this way, because the back tire is actually held in place with the parking brake, but usually like to start loosening it with the car just jacked up a little bit with the tire, you know, with there still being some weight and holding the tire down. You do need to use this technique for the front for sure. Then finish jacking it up just so you get the tire off the ground. Then take the lug nuts completely off. 21 millimeter. You don't need a fancy special socket. You do need something to be able to get in there. You don't need a tool like this either. All right, then just take it off. All right, the front caliper cover. Remember, you got to have the bleeder valve up because that's the way it would be on like a real caliper. And how do we know that? Because look at this. It's up right there. And man, look at how much better this thing's gonna look. Okay, all right. Before we do that, let's take a look at the hardware they give us. This is just the hardware basically for this one side. I already did the other side, so I kind of know what I'm talking about here. Okay, what we're gonna do first is these go like this, and we're gonna put both of these on loosely, okay? That's the inside. With those on loosely, we're going to be able to get it on here like this. And while it's on there, then we're going to take these and just kind of slide them underneath, line them up, and then put the screws through. It seemed like it was going to be tough to line it up, but I did the other side and I lined them up really quickly. So turns out it's really not that bad. So let me show you over here. If you notice here too, they put some blue Loctite on there. That's nice. So these things will not be slipping off. Again, just leave them really loose. Okay, so these are going to slip right in here between the pad and the caliper, and just kind of put them there. Kind of center this up a little bit, and you'll feel when it's in the center it kind of wants to stay in that one place. There we go. Now we're in a good spot. So with them there, what I'm going to do is tighten these up a bit. Okay, I've got it tight enough where this isn't going to fall off, but I didn't tighten it up completely because I want to be able to move it around still a little bit. Let's get on the top part here now. So what we have to do now is take this L bracket and put it right in here like this, and it's a little bit snug so it kind of stays there. If it doesn't stay there, you might want to tighten up the other side a little bit. Kind of looking through the back of the camera, but I think that's pretty close to being lined up. So and you could see also where the L bracket's kind of holding on to the back of the caliper there. And then I'm just going to put the screw in there once everything's lined up. Okay, so I'm not going to 100% tighten that one. And then I'm just going to do the other one down here. And then once I get them all in, make sure that this is positioned correctly, then I'm going to tighten it up. You know, another tip, if you're having trouble lining these up, you could also just turn the wheel and it would turn this whole thing out and you would get a much easier view straight in there. But it's not that difficult. All right, we've got things mostly tight and it is in a good spot. So let's just kind of crank it down a little bit more. And that's it. Check it out. Dang. All right. Get the wheel and tire back on. All right. Obviously, we've got the rear wheel and tire off right now. Full access to the caliper. And we're going to put this one, R, for the right side. R5 is going to go on top. Now, they're going to want to be like this. You don't want to put them like this because this will be sticking out. So I'm going to put R5 right in here for now. Remember, you know which side these go on because it's fake, obviously, but this is a bleeder valve. The bleeder valve would always be up, so that's what you want to think about for every one of these. Each corner, each caliper, the bleeder has to be up. And in this one, R5 is here on top, R4 is here on the bottom. You could see I've just kind of got it loosely threaded, and then this just kind of, you line it up kind of a little bit, and then turn it like that. You could see this fits in only like in one way. It fits much better. And then down here, same way, you just kind of hold this up. We'll get to this bottom one in a minute, but this one fell into place up here. So now we can start tightening this up. We don't need to like torque this sucker down right now. Down here, the R4, we're going to kind of turn it up and make sure it gets behind the actual caliper. And again, we'll start tightening this one down. And I made the top one tighter, but not completely tight because I wanted to make sure I had room there. Now, this one is easy because we want it to spin this way, and when you tighten it, it spins this way. However, the top one, we don't want this piece to spin out that way. We want it to stay there. So we kind of have to hold it down while we tighten it. And because they were nice and put Loctite in there, blue Loctite, sometimes it wants to like spin. So just kind of hold that down, and now it's tight, but let's give it some more torque here. Nothing crazy, but we got it tight. And then same thing down here. Let's tighten this sucker up. All right, look at that. Ooh, man, that looks good. And then you can double check, you know, that black latch hook thing isn't rubbing on the caliper. I mean, it shouldn't be. It won't be unless you put it in wrong somehow. I'm not sure how you could put it in wrong, but somebody like me will find a way. But anyway, it shouldn't be dragging on the actual rotor here at all. And you would notice it when you're driving anyway. It would be making like a ton of noise. All right, so that is the back. And man, that looks good. Check that out. Wow. Yeah, professional calipers installed, just like that. All right, all we got to do now is get the wheel and tire back on and we're in business. All right, I've got all the lug nuts in and they are just like a little bit tight. And again, because of the parking brake, this isn't going anywhere, so you don't have to do this when I'm going to show you right now. But typically, you would then lower the car a little bit just so the tire hits the ground and it doesn't spin, because now we're going to torque these lug nuts down. We're going to do it in kind of 2 stages here. First, I usually set it to about 80 pound-feet. Then I go to 129 is the spec. And then, yeah, I always forget, you know, you got to do the star pattern when you tighten it. You don't just go around. All right, all set. Whoa, man, check that out. Oh, that looks good. Holy cow. Damn. All right, obviously we don't have the lug nut covers and the center cap in. We're doing something different here with this wheel. But that's not the focus. The focus is the calipers. Look at those suckers.